EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The 33-yard line.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Baltimore.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Ingram. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Raven, first down.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ingram, the Raven ball.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's
third and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Defensively.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Extra point attempt to come here.
The extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Marcus.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Watson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on second down, Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Ravens.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Watson's throw here, taken in by Cooks. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To Johnson again. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They run. It's Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's 3rd down. 3rd
and you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. DeAndre Carter returning it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. That catch good for only a couple. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Pass the 20.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 64 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? He said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. The tackle made by Eric Murray.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got Snead. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
DeAndre Carter on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now in Houston, all square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Incomplete on the
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
brings up 4th down.
Here we go with Johnson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
18-yard line. A gain of 7.
They go to Johnson again. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
The 13-yard line.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed, what you were looking for.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Third, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Justin Tucker.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Carter now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And
so a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Gotta punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now Watson, his first throw of OT. He'll try and run it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions have plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's a gain of...
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson, and he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 14. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.